Negative reviews might be killing your business. In this video, I'm going to show you how to flag reviews on Glassdoor within Glassdoor's terms of service to potentially get reviews removed. Now, this is not a guaranteed way to get reviews removed, but it will help you get down some that are either spam from the wrong companies or are just inappropriate in slander and defamation. So, of course, every platform has their own terms of service on what reviews are allowed to go up and what aren't. Glassdoor is specifically designed for employees to give reviews and feedback on working at a company. There are certain things within Glassdoor's guidelines that are not allowed, like making legal accusations and threatening people, as well as profanity or saying negative things about Glassdoor or other platforms. They want to protect their own persona as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with ChattyBT, and we're going to ask it really simple things. And so I use dictation a lot. So, hey, ChattyBT, can you do a quick web search of Glassdoor's guidelines in terms of service for reviews that are permitted and not permitted? And then give us a summary explaining what reviews are not permitted on Glassdoor. So we'll go ahead and do that. And we're actually not doing it because I want to read it. We're doing it so we can have it do the research ahead of time. So we want to make sure that it's actually doing a research. So there you go. It's doing that web research right now. And then the next thing you're going to do is just go to glassdoor.com. This is assuming that you have a bad review that you want to flag to get taken down. Now, again, we're doing everything within Glassdoor's policies in terms of service. So our goal here is not to manipulate this, but just to protect your business within their guidelines. So once we do that, we'll log into your page and then you can go to any review. So I have up some interviews that people didn't love with my company, which I think is okay. So this one was a positive experience. So I don't necessarily want to take this down. But I'm going to show you exactly what I would do is I would grab this one, I would come in here, and now I would say, okay, so I would like you to analyze some reviews I'm going to input. Let me know if they're within terms of service, and if they're not or questionable, give me a short 400-character response that I can send to Glassdoor to ask them to politely remove it and be specific about what guidelines are being broken. So while that's loading, I'm going to come here, and then what you'll do is it's really easy. All you're going to come and do here is hit report. And then sometimes they will pull up a guidelines. So what I like to do is also throw in, so I'm going to go Glassdoor community guidelines for interview reviews and see what comes up. Here we go. So this is the actual guideline. So I'm not even going to read it. And there's community guidelines here. So I'm literally just going to put this into ChattyBT because I want it to be educated. Before doing that, here are more info on the guidelines. Oops, and I actually have to submit the guidelines as well as these community guidelines. And so again, what we're doing is we're just training it. So that way our goal here is, again, not to manipulate the system, but to work within the system. So we're giving it as much information as possible. Now, I don't actually want to get this one removed because you see no offer, positive experience, easy interview. So we'll leave that one up, and then I'll come in here and I'll say, okay, let's start. And obviously you only want to take down your negative ones, but again, we're really focused on ones that break guidelines. So this is review status, permanent, does not violate. So there you go. This is kind of like building your own AI tool, and you can just go in and do this for all the ones. So this one was a negative experience. Maybe obviously we want to keep our Glassdoor as plain as possible, but again, our goal is to follow guidelines. So various questions, the review may violate guidelines due to, and then it tells you exactly why. So here we go. This is exactly what I wanted to do. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to just click on report, and then submit. That's it. So you can do that on basically every platform, but I wanted to focus specifically on Glassdoor. So then you just go through and look at any of your other interviews. So another one that they didn't have the best experience. And for interview guidelines, we're not super concerned about these because unless there's a problem, like maybe someone canceled right before the interview or the interview was unprofessional, things like that I do pay attention to because I want everyone to have the best experience possible. But we require assessments at my company, Honor Public Relations, and they're pretty long. And so a lot of times we'll get negative reviews on the fact that we're asking people to do assessments, which, to be honest, I don't care. It's a critical part of our business. It's allowed us to grow and scale. So while I respect that we're taking up some of their time, they're also looking for a full-time role with us that have many times is 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 plus $1,000 a year. So we want to make sure that we're getting the right people. So again, we'll do one more here, and you can see that some of these might violate more than expected. Now, I wouldn't go through and do 100 of these at once. I would do a few at a time. I would read through them, learn what's working, what's not working, and try to kind of self-correct from there. I'm sure that Glassdoor will also notice if you're reporting 1,000 reviews. So just go through them one at a time, figure out what they're doing, but also make sure that as a business owner or someone who's involved in the process, that you're actually paying attention to these reviews, because I read every single one and then I want to improve as much as I can. There are some flaws that are intentional. Like I said, that assessment, we keep those in there. We've also gotten reviews that or interviews are too short, or a lot of these say they're easy, and those are also intentional, as they're 15 minutes. They're scheduled as 15 minutes because we're just trying to see how people communicate, if it's professional, if they can answer questions, if they ask any questions back. And obviously the better interviews go typically much longer. So if they're saying it was really short, it's probably because we found out very quickly it wasn't the right fit. And ideally for us, those assessments ahead of time help us prevent getting people on a call that are the wrong fit. Anyways, if you like content like this, or if you're struggling with negative reviews, I hope that this helps. Also, I have some free lead magnets down below, including a full feature on USA Wire. So please make sure to grab that and subscribe. Thank you.